Well, yesterday was not super fun, and today was really fun. It's one of those days where the trades were just firing really well. Hardly any drawdown, instant runners right into target, and hit the daily goal pretty quick. So we're gonna go and recap today's trades from my live stream this morning on my main channel, Trades by Matt. All of these trades were done on my 20, 50K Apex funded accounts. You can use code TBM for 80% off. Let's dive into the recap right now. Sit back and enjoy. Yo, good morning. Alrighty. Opening up a little down on the session so far. We are down 1.4%. News-wise, we've got 8:45 PMI, 9 o'clock new home sales, 12 o'clock 5-year notes. If you're a crude oil trader, you got inventories at 9:30. President Biden speaking at 7 o'clock tonight, huh? I wonder which impersonator they're using this time. So on the overnight session, we have a massive gap to the top side here. You can see it. It's kind of hard to see with volume profile, but basically the gap is up to 946. We gapped down off the open. 880 to 940 to 880, 60-point gap down, I guess. And we've just sold off since. A lot of time, topside gaps get filled. Like when you open low, it typically does fill it eventually for sure, right? Kind of crazy to see it not fill in the overnight session though, and instead to sell off even heavier. I think that's fairly telling of kind of what type of situation we're in. We're very close to the overnight lows at 600. This is what the daily chart looks like. We just barely swept that prior swing low at 650, 660, 650. So we're hanging out right around there right now. A little bit more turbo could bring, I mean, shoot, 19 420s would be kind of interesting. 200 points lower into the volume down here. But it's always, everything's always possible. If we do catch some legs and actually do start to bid that 940s target, yesterday's value area low and the gap, 960, I guess. 940 to 960, if we do catch legs, is absolutely the target to the upside, in my opinion. But we got to catch a lot of legs, and we are not there because we're down 1.4%. So we'll see what happens. A little bit of news at 8:45, and it's going to be a be smart, be patient sort of day, yeah? If you haven't, make sure you press the thumbs up button down below. This is a nice little slap. Would you take the prior wick test if the prior wick was formed pre-market? Yeah, I think this untested wick makes a lot of sense, right? At the overnight lows. I like that. If that's what you're talking about, I think that makes a lot of sense, yes. Personally, if this candle that we're currently on would have immediately opened and ripped, I probably would not have wanted to short 07. I would have wanted to wait for 20 for that 80 to 20 rotation. But since we had a little bit of a slap already, now we're in the 70s. It's a 35-point rotation up. I don't hate the idea of the 07 one. The problem being is that if 07 fails, then the rotation up to 20 is pretty quick, and that's 13 points. And I don't really know how to have an invalidation point in between then necessarily, which is where it gets hard. Wow, slaps off of volume, huh? Eek. Y'all know what that means, right? Chat, what does that mean? If we put in volume and we explode out of it, what does that mean? We had a volume flip, almost 100 points off the highs. Volume comes in at the bottom of the range, or the lows of the day currently, and then we push even further out of it. I think that 420s level is very much in play right now. I mean, we're 100 points off the open already. Yikes. We're down almost 2%, chat. And it's lit. Well done, chat. It's lit. Well done. Dad joke of the day. Who's ready? I can't hear you. Dad joke of the day, July 24th. A little SpongeBob memes. July 24th, Wednesday. What's a lawyer's favorite drink? A subpoena colada. Do you like subpoena coladas? All right, we got volume down here again. Keep your day job. Hey. Ban. I'm just kidding. All righty. We got volume down here again. We got news in a minute and a half. Are we going to push out of volume again? What news? Exclamation point news. You can always check the calendar. It's PMI. Okay, let's see what happens at 65 here. But this is a PMI. It's here. Nothing too crazy, though. I mean, we're still like a little loose. 100 block, but nothing too crazy. Let's see what Delta's doing. I mean, we got like a little bit of values here. Nothing crazy. Wow, are we really going to push out of volume again? I find it shocking. We got news in 3 minutes. I'm not trading before the news. All right, we had home sales come out. It did nothing. So at this point, I'm good at trade. We got a lot of weird 1 minute wicks. Delta's kind of flattish. All the pushes that are like, you know, 2 or 3 candles above the orange 1.5 standard deviation seem to get you getting slapped. It's kind of the channel right now, which would be more like 510. So 511, stop at 517 doesn't look terrible. Something like this, risking, you know, less than 6 points, 5 3/4 points would be an interesting play, just off the way that we've been channeling so far, right? But I don't think that's gonna happen really. I'd like to take, I should be taking shorts here. 500 is a little sketchy because it's psych level, obviously. I mean, we are down 2.13%. I'm not trying to fade this yet until it gets very apparent. Your new office needs some duck hunter game in it. I agree. I'll have my fallow head hopefully by then, and I'll put that in there, my fallow rack. I was given one opportunity to mount a pig that would have actually been worth it and funny, and I chose not to do it. That is like a big regret. You mean the Godzilla pig story? Yeah. The Pigzilla. Yeah. Basically, I shot the biggest pig I've ever seen. You know, in hindsight, I'm pretty sure my gun. Yeah, I'm not gonna go there. I was about to say, I think my friend's gun, hindsight, was not zeroed correctly. That being said, anyways, I shot a pig, and I go see it, and it's about literally 5 pounds or less. It is the smallest piglet of all time. My friends told me at the time that I should have gotten it mounted, and I decided to not get it like taxidermied, and I have regret because it would have been like a little doorstop or something. They all of my friends there just literally lost it. They could not contain themselves. Rightfully so. The guy who introduced wild pigs to America, I think he brought 9 or something like that, and there was 700 like 7 years later or something by the time the guy died. Those 9 pigs had reproduced into 700. Maybe it was less years than that, into 700, and then that caused the whole thing. They're an absolute insane thing. Yeah, 95, 94, kind of an interesting spot. This is not a true wick test. This candle didn't put in enough wick, and this one didn't close heavy enough. So it's not a true wick test, but it's an interesting spot. That's, in my opinion, worth a little stab if I can get it. For a quick, cheap reaction. Let's see. Well, it had a reaction for 5 points or something. Got some buyers still around. Okay, nice. There's 10 points there. Took how many points to draw down there? 96. I got in at 93. I think 3 points to draw down for a 10-point trade. Very quick trade, less than a minute. Those are my favorite. $3,920 after commissions. 20 accounts. Good stuff. I love those. I'll be patient all day for those. You know what I mean? Like, the only thing that was a little sketchy here is Delta's kind of grinding up, but like we've been really respecting coming off of the 1.5. So we came off the 1.5. A little bit of volume here as well that you can see. There's also the unofficial wick test here, right? So unofficial wick test, volume kind of stopping us in as well. Delta was a little bit, you know, not my favorite. Wish it would have been a little heavier. And then we add in the fact that this has been the true channel the whole way down. And that's a good 10-point trade. So, all right, let's run these wicks at the lows here. I would prefer that. IB is set. So if we can run the wicks, go back and retest it and make a move off volume again, I think that'd be a really good trade. This is good, but we want it to stay heavy. Delta looks heavy. We're pushing out of volume as well. It's an interesting spot, right? It's a little aggressive to immediately get in on this, but I'm feeling like I should. And I think I might have just missed it. That was pretty fast. I'd like a close at 55, come back and retest it. All right. I'm taking a short here off of IBL. We closed nice. Nice short off of IBL. And I'm filled. Beautiful. Great stuff. That's $7,840 after 2 trades. Commissions of $159.20. Both of those trades just, I mean, man, everything I love about trades were today. Everything I don't like was yesterday, right? It's classic. just two setups that I really enjoy. I enjoy the wick. I'm obviously going with shorts to continue with the trend, not trying to fade this move. So going off of the unofficial wick test short here for 10 points almost immediately, and then going off the IBL test here for almost 10 points immediately. Love it.